for a place in the last 4 of the championship. And Down, of course, will remember back to last year's campaign where a narrow defeat against Meath saw them exit the championship at the group stage. Meath, of course, going on to win the All-Ireland Championship, promoted to the Senior Championship. So they will be looking to go one step better here this afternoon in Donoughmore. Of course, Wexford, similarly, with 2 great victories over Sligo and Longford, already had their place booked in the quarter-finals of this championship before they played last year's finalists at Westmeath. Let's pause first for a rendezvous before we bring you the teams. We're all set to go here in Ashbourne. Let's take a check on those teams, beginning with Down. Just one change on the Down team. Number 20, Aoibhinn McCarville, comes in for number 8, Aoife Keown. Let's give you their team. In goals, Aisling Burns. Full back line, Orna Kelly, Ciara Byrne and Amy Green. Half-backs, Orla Duffy, Megan Doherty and Kim White. Midfield, as I said, Aoibhinn McCarville comes in wearing 20 for number 8, Aoife Keown. She's joined in midfield by Una Lavery. Half-forward line, Natalie McKibben, Aisling Cull and Leisha Duffy. And the full forward line, Aoife Lafferty, the very impressive Natasha Ferris, who's got 213 in the championship to date, and Jessica Foy. And the managers, of course, Peter Lynch and Caoimhe Sloan of this Down team. Let's move quickly on to the Wexford team. In goals is Sarah Merrigan. Full back line, 2, Lauren Doyle. 3, Aisling Halligan. 4 is Katie White. The half back line, 5 is Clara Donnelly. And number 6, Shauna Murphy, does not start, and she's replaced by number 23, Kelly Carney. And Sarah Harding Kenny completes the half back line. Midfielders, Ciara Banville and Roisin Murphy. Half forward line, Shireen Hamilton, Katrina Murray with 13 points to date in the championship, and number 12 is Ailish Neville. And the full forward line, Dervla Doyle, Aisling Murphy the captain and Amy Wilson. Manager, of course, of this Wexford team is Lizzie Kent. The referee this afternoon is Jonathan Murphy from Carlow. He's about ready to get the proceedings underway here in Ashbourne, and Jonathan Murphy throws the ball in, and immediately Down gaining possession, trying to work the ball forward, but easily intercepted there by Sarah Harding Kenny. The Wexford number 7 plays it inside to her full forward, Aisling Murphy the captain, who plays it on again. It's back with Kelly Carney, that late replacement on the Wexford team. Still Kelly Carney racing through the centre, turns and shoots. And has she got the opening score? Indeed she has. A great score there for Kelly Carney, getting forward from her centre half back position and getting her first score of the afternoon, and indeed the first score of the game, and Wexford lead by 1 point to no score. Referee Jonathan Murphy not happy with something back there, and asking the Down goalkeeper perhaps to move back inside her 21, but she's still not taking the kick out. Elects to go long, but goes long towards a Wexford player. The Wexford number 10, Shireen Hamilton, playing it back outside. Small bit of a slip there from Sarah Harding Kenny, but still gets possession onwards for Wexford. It's now with Shireen Hamilton once more. Back outside to the opening point scorer once more, Kelly Carney. Carney back into the centre once more, and it's eventually found its way to Shireen Hamilton. Wexford very patient in the build-up. A little bit of contact there, a little bit of a pull on the arm of the Wexford player. There's another Wexford player down here in front of us receiving attention already after just a couple of minutes play. I think it could be the number 23, Kelly Carney. She was a late replacement. Perhaps she was originally classed as being injured and not able to start this afternoon. Then they got her started, but I don't think it looks too good for the number 23, Kelly Carney. We'll tell you more. It's not Kelly Carney, in fact. It's another player that's down, but we'll tell you more about that, who it is, in a couple of seconds. In fact, it's the number 7, Sarah Harding Kenny, as Wexford have a free. about 35 metres out from goal. A chance for a second point into a strong breeze, and that's gone out to the left and wide, and that came off the boot of the Wexford number 15, Amy Wilson. So a point to no score in favour of Wexford. I'm expecting a very tight game here in Ashburn this afternoon between these two counties. And Down at last win possession by winning their own kick-out, and they try to come forward down this right-hand side with midfielder Una Lavery. Lavery plays it inside towards Kim White. White has to go back towards a cornerback, Amy Green, who's playing a good distance away from her own position of cornerback. This is Aoibhinn McCarville. Still McCarville racing through the centre. Now there's a player going with her, if she can find her. Very difficult to make out the numbers here, but there is contact there. I think it's the number 12, Leisha Duffy, the captain. It is indeed the captain of the downside pulled back there, and it will be a free in, which will be taken by number 15, Jessica Foy, and an early chance for the Down ladies to get back on level terms. Just 3 minutes on the watch here in Ashburn. And that's kicked over by Jessica Foy. So Jessica Foy becomes the first Down player on the score sheet. Good kick out from the Wexford goalkeeper. Sarah Merrigan finds Kelly Carney. And now Wexford can build from the back very quickly once more. Clara Donnelly wearing 5. Possession retained in the middle of the field. It's now with Dervla Doyle. And again, Wexford very patient in attack. Quick hand pass. The ball is moving very quickly through the hands. And it's now with Kelly Carney once more. We've mentioned her name quite a few times already this afternoon. But after the opening score a couple of minutes ago, Kelly Carney registers her first wide of the afternoon. So a point apiece. It's tit for tat in the early exchanges here in Ashburn. Let's tell you about the paths to the quarterfinals for both of these sides. Down beating Offaly and Louth to top their group, while Wexford beat Longford and Sligo to finish joint top with last year's beaten finalist Westmeath in their group. But they finished second on scoring averages, and that's why they played Down, who topped the group in the earlier rounds of the championship. Another free in for the Wexford ladies, and another Wexford player hobbling already, and it looks like it could be Amy Wilson, but attention being sought by the referee, who is Jonathan Murphy from Carlow. Now there's a very strong breeze favouring Wexford in this first half. And certainly they will be wanting to build up as big a lead as possible before half-time. And their top scorer in the championship to date, Katrina Murray, will take this free, 25 metres out from goal. And has she found the range? Indeed she has. A second point for Wexford, who now lead by 2 points to 1. And just to tell you as well that the winners here this afternoon will face either Laois or Louth in the semi-final. Laois play Louth tomorrow in Kinnegad. So Down with the kick out once more. It's not that effective, and I think it's going to go out over the line. In fact, it has, and it's come off the Down lady, so it's a Wexford ball. Ball is kicked in quickly. Not a very good one. Easily dealt with by the Down defence. And Down under a little bit of pressure, it must be said, with their own possession in the opening exchanges here. Wexford seem hungrier for the ball. Clara Donnelly. Somebody goes to ground. It's ball inside again towards Ciara Banville. And Banville, has she scored? She has indeed. Ciara Banville gets the third point of the afternoon for Wexford, but there's a Down player, I believe, Down injured, and that's their number 4, Amy Green. So already it's a game of high attrition here in Ashburn. And certainly Wexford looking the better side, leading by 3 points to 1, deservedly. Down with just 1 attack and 1 score, but Wexford with 5 attacks and 3 scores, 2 wides as well, it must be added. But nonetheless, Wexford very deserving of this early cushion, leading by 3 points to 1. A nice crowd here, a couple of hundred here in Ashburn. I hope we have plenty of listeners tuned our way this afternoon, and a very good afternoon to you if you're one of them. Just to tell you as well, the remaining quarterfinals, the other 3 quarterfinals take place tomorrow. I've already told you that Laois play Louth in Kinnegad, and the winners will play the winners of this game. But in quarterfinal number 3, Leitrim play Kildare in Ballinasloe tomorrow at 2 p.m. Myself and Rory will be there for that one to bring you full live coverage from the Galway town. And then quarterfinal 4, which is also in Galway, but in Tuam tomorrow at 2 p.m. Clare take on Westmeath. And the winners of those 2 quarterfinals, Leitrim v Kildare and Clare v Westmeath, will meet in the second semi-final. We're ready to get back underway here in Ashburn. Referee Jonathan Murphy happy to signal to the down goalkeeper to take the kick out. 3 points to 1 in favour of Wexford. Now that's a better kick out from the goalkeeper. Megan Doherty in possession. Plays it quickly inside towards Kim White. White leaves the ball behind her, but it's picked up by Natalie McKibben. McKibben back inside once more to Una Lavery. Lavery still racing through the centre. The speedy number 9 plays it out towards Orla Duffy. Orla Duffy back inside once more towards Jessica Foy. Foy plays it quickly inside towards the number 10, Natalie McKibben, but it's easily dealt with again by the 7 for Wexford, Sarah Harding Kenny. And Wexford can come away with it, and I know it's early days, but Wexford certainly with the advantage of the elements in the first half looked the sharper side. Roisin Murphy playing it in to her full forward, Aisling Murphy, the captain of this Wexford team, but she's lost possession and then she fouls her counterpart for down. Referee holds up the hand to signal advantage. Play isn't stopped, and Down can try and create another scoring opportunity. They're now inside the Wexford half of the field. Elect to go backwards with their number 7, Kim White, who plays it out wide. Back inside once more towards Aisling Cull. Good ball inside from Cull towards the full forward for Down. Natasha Ferris, 2:13 in the championship. She plays the ball inside. It's a weak effort in the end, and Wexford can come away with it. And indeed can create a quick counter-attack, although Down have numbers back now. So still Wexford going in search of their 4th point. Ailish Neville back outside towards Katrina Murray. Back to Neville once more, who shoots, and it's gone to the right and wide. So Wexford certainly the more wasteful in terms of shots on goal. That's their 3rd wide of the afternoon. Down did drop 1 short, but they've scored from the only other attack that they've had. And we're 9.5 minutes into the action here in Ashburn, with Wexford still leading by 3 points to 1. Here's the down number 6, Megan Doherty, plays it inside towards the sub Evie McCarville, who started this afternoon. Back to the centre half forward, and the centre half forward, Aisling Cull. Her effort has stayed in. The wind, I would imagine, retaining that ball onto the field. Very swirling, but very strong breeze, and Down with this latest attempt have registered their 1st wide of the game. So 3 points to 1 it remains. And 3 wides to 1 as well. Shireen Hamilton playing it forward towards Clara Donnelly. Back inside from Donnelly towards the impressive Kelly Carney. Back to Clara Donnelly once more. Looking and searching for Dervla Doyle, who'll get there first. Wexford looking much sharper in attack. Aisling Murphy now the captain. And again, we see this patient play, and Murphy decides to go forward. She's got a player inside if she wants to find her, and she has found her. And that player is the number 15, Amy Wilson. And Amy Wilson gets Wexford 4th point.
4 points down, 1 point.
4 points to 1 now in favour of the Wexford ladies, and very deserving of that advantage, it must be said. Again, there's a Wexford player in need of attention. A game of attrition in terms of injuries so far, but nobody has had to leave the field. 12 minutes into the action here. Almost 12, we're in the 12th minute. And already attention has been on 3 times for Wexford players.
Switched on. Ready now, right up. Katie.
But Aisling Burns, the down goalkeeper, will take yet another kick out.
Hands up!
It's her 7th kick out already. That's a little bit better. It was certainly risky, but Down retained possession. Now they've got an overlap here if they want to use it, but again the ball is taken into the tackle. Possession is retained, however, by Down. It's now with Orla Duffy. Still Orla. 65 out from the Wexford goal. Was going to pass, elected to turn back, and has now played it inside towards Aoibhinn McCarville once more. A late replacement, but very busy for this Down team, but she cannot make inroads past this very stubborn Wexford defence. Outside she goes to Una Lavery. Lavery playing it to her centre half forward, Aisling Cull. Good ball inside once more, but again, possession is left behind. Another turnover for the Wexford ladies. Shireen Hamilton, the very busy Shireen Hamilton, it must be said, in this opening quarter. Roisin Murphy back inside to Katie White. White plays it to Shireen Hamilton once more. Not a very good ball from Hamilton. It's easily cut out by Megan Doherty, the Down centre back. Takes a lot of steps but gets away with it and then is fouled, and it'll be a free out to the Down ladies. Just outside the 45-metre line, and although we've had a lot of rain today, it rained all journey from where I'm based in Longford right up to Ashburn, but the rain stopped just before we got here. But just because we've had rain doesn't take the hardness out of the ground, because there's been a number of weeks of extremely hot weather, and certainly the Down number 6, Megan Doherty, when she hit the ground, she would have hit it hard, and she feels the effects of that. But she gets the free. Goes very short. Plays it back to Amy Green. Green into the centre once more. Back with Doherty. Gets away from her markers. 3 around her, but she gets away from them. Plays it back outside. Orla Duffy once more. Centre half forward Aisling Cull. Plays it into the centre. Kim White coming forward from wing half back. Una Lavery. Lavery playing it inside to the busy number 15, Jessica Foy, the only point scorer for the Down ladies this afternoon. Still Jessica Foy, she's got great pace. Still Jessica Foy, she shoots. Oh, what a goal from Jessica Foy. And I said she was one of the busier Down players. She's got that little burst of pace, that burst of energy that took her away from a number of Wexford defenders. And she's blasted that one past the Wexford goalkeeper Sarah Merrigan, and Down all of a sudden, after being out of this game, are back on level terms. It's 1-1 to 4 points, and here come Down once more. Kim White back to White once more. This is much better from Down. Ball played out by Jessica Foy, and now it's Down's turn to be patient. Let's see, can they create another scoring opportunity from this attack? Aoibhinn McCarville plays it back into the danger zone, but again, the Wexford defence are equal to it. Cut out there by Sarah Harding-Kenny, and Wexford now can build from the back. They'll need a score after that concession of a goal. They looked comfortable. Remember, they have a very, very strong breeze in their favour in this first half. That's a brilliant pick-up from Katrina Murray. Wexford go forward. Aisling Murphy, the captain, wins possession, turns inside. Still Murphy looking for support. There's none arriving, so she's got to go herself. Aisling Murphy, through she goes. What a great save. Great save from Aisling Burns in the Down goal, and Aisling Burns equal to that effort from Katrina Murray. Well, at the other end of the field, of course, Jessica Foy blasting the ball to the bottom right-hand corner past the helpless Aisling Burns, who could do nothing about it. That goal has Down on level terms. But Wexford now with a chance to go back in front. 1-1 for Down. 4 points for Wexford. Make it 5 points for Wexford. Good score there. I think it was Amy Wilson. So Wexford back in front as Down come in search of yet another score. Amy Green plays it in towards Orla Duffy once more. Orla Duffy making lots of foraging runs from defence in this opening half. Plays it inside towards Leisha Duffy, the captain. Good defending. And in the end, a rash challenge. And the referee, Jonathan Murphy, awarding a free out to the Wexford ladies. But Down will be very, very happy playing against a very stiff breeze to be just 1 point in arrears. And they have possession once more. Kim White playing it into the centre. Towards Una Lavery. Lavery forced to go back to the very impressive Evie McCarville, late replacement, but this time McCarville loses possession. In fact, that's the second time she's lost possession going forward, but she's had plenty of the ball. Wexford have it back, however. Roisin Murphy. Ailish Neville. And Wexford deal admirably with that one. And Shireen Hamilton plays it forward towards Clara Donnelly. Clara Donnelly, lovely jink inside, plays a great ball in towards Katrina Murray. Murray, another great save, another chance. And this time she scored. This time a goal for Katrina Murray. The top scorer in the championship for Wexford gets her second score of the afternoon, a goal to add to an earlier point. And now all of a sudden Wexford enjoying a 4-point advantage as we reach the water break. But it's been a very entertaining game. It's difficult enough conditions. The sun is shining, but don't be put off by that, because it's a very blustery day. It's a very windy day. A lot of dark clouds in the sky, and a couple of showers expected before the end of this game. But Wexford very much the better side early on. Points from Kelly Carney, from Amy Wilson, from Katrina Murray, then another Amy Wilson free. Also Ciara Banfield getting in on the scoring act. But that goal from Katrina Murray just before the end of the first quarter really setting the difference between the sides. 4 between them. For Down, just 2 scores, of course, to report for them. Jessica Foy getting a goal and a point. And that leaves Wexford leading 1-5 to 1-1. And they'll be the happier of the two sides. Down, who had gotten themselves back to level terms against a hugely stiff breeze, will be disappointed that they've allowed a lapse in concentration to let Wexford in for their opening goal. 1-5 to 1-1. Referee Jonathan Murphy blows his whistle. Teams get back into position for the beginning of quarter 2. So 12 minutes of normal time remaining here in the first half, plus whatever time the referee deems to add on. Action is underway once more. Down breaking from the back. Let's see what they can do with this latest attack. Ball is played into that speedster, Jessica Foy. 35 out from goal, 21 out from goal, still Foy. Turns and shoots, and this time I think it's going to fall short. And you just saw the strength of the breeze with Foy's shot there, that it hung up in the air before dropping harmlessly down in front of the Wexford defence, and easy for Wexford to deal with that one. That will be different in the second half when Down are playing from right to left. But here come Wexford. Ailish Neville inside towards Kelly Carney. Carney is robbed. Down know that they need to perform in this quarter. They need to stay in close proximity to Wexford and not allow them to use the elements to build up a big lead before half time. Leisha Duffy, the captain, almost loses possession, but Down can still come away with it. It's played inside to Una Lavery, now outside towards Aoife Lafferty. Ball is kicked in, but it's certainly going to drop short. And it's again going to be easily dealt with by the Wexford defence. And Sarah Merrigan can come away with this one and plays a good ball outside towards her full back, Aisling Halligan. And Wexford can build from the back. Ball played into the centre. Eventually it's going to land with Shireen Hamilton on this left-hand side. She's got Clara Donnelly inside if she wants, but it's now with Donnelly, who received that ball from Ailish Neville. Donnelly playing it inside once more. to the centre half forward, and the centre half forward for Wexford is Katrina Murray. She's got a goal and a point, make it a goal and 2 points. That was a fantastic score, but the one thing that did highlight was the strength of the breeze, because at the other end of the field, Jessica Foy had a shot from a similar distance which dropped harmlessly short, held up by the breeze, but at the other end, a different story completely. As a goal and 2 points now for Katrina Murray, her latest effort, perhaps the score of the game, from about 30 metres out. But with the aid of the breeze, there was never any doubt. As soon as it left her boot, you knew that Wexford were going to extend their lead. The lead 1-6 to 1-1. Here come down once more. The impressive Amy Green, however, has been penalised by the referee, Jonathan Murphy, for over-carrying. And it will be a free out once more to the Wexford ladies. Sarah Harding-Kenny plays it inside once more towards Roisin Murphy. And it's now with Ciara Banville. She's looking for support inside, but there are no runners coming from midfield. And in the end, the ball is dropped by Katrina Murray. Her first mistake of the afternoon. She has scored 1-2. She's the top scorer for Wexford in the championship and now has brought her championship total to date to 115. But she's still behind Natasha Ferris, the full forward for Down, who scored 213. But that gap has narrowed considerably. Here come Down once more. Aisling Cull plays the ball inside once more towards Jessica. In fact, it's not Jessica Foy. It's the full forward, Natasha Ferris, the aforementioned Natasha Ferris. Still Ferris. Still Ferris, looking maybe perhaps for somebody at the back post, but there's nobody there. Alexa Gokrock, great ball inside, but easily dealt with again by Wexford, but it was the right idea. Jessica Foy was looping in behind that Wexford defender, but Wexford able to deal with it, and just look how quick Wexford have broken. Ball played outside again towards Shireen Hamilton on this left-hand side. She's been busy in the first half. Another lady who's been busy is Katrina Murray. Good ball from Murray back inside towards Roisin Murphy. Murphy playing it out towards Clara Donnelly. Now again with Shireen Hamilton. Now again with Katrina Murray. Good interchange, good interplay between the Wexford attack, but in the end, another wide for Wexford, their fifth of the day. Down with just two. So certainly the elements that Wexford are enjoying in this first half are allowing them to get forward on much more occasions than Down. That will probably change in the second half, but Down will want to stay as close as possible. And at the moment, the gap of 5 points is one that they would want to see remaining at most at 5 points. So Down will need a score or two before half-time. Then they will enjoy the elements in the second half. Here comes the centre-back once more, Megan Doherty. Ball is played back inside towards Amy Green. Now it's with their midfielder, Una Lavery. Takes a lot of steps but gets away with it. Now making a run out on the right hand side is Leisha Duffy, the captain. The ball is played out towards Leisha, who gets there ahead of her marker. Turns inside, still Leisha Duffy. Now she shouldn't shoot from here because there's a very strong breeze, but she can work the ball in to the danger zone, and it was Aoibhinn Carville in fact, who gets a second chance at it, shoots, and again you can see the breeze just holding everything up. That's gone out to the left and wide, and that's a third wide for Down. 5 for Wexford, but you can see the difficulty that this strong breeze is presenting here in Ashbourne this afternoon. The score remains 1-6 to 1-1. We have 24 minutes gone in the first half, and Wexford again can build from the back. Here's their number 4, Katie White, who plays a quick ball forward, but I think that's going to beat everybody to the sideline. Indeed it has. In fact, it hits the flag, but that means it has gone out, despite the best efforts of the Wexford captain, Aisling Murphy. So Down retain possession by going back to their goalkeeper, Aisling Burns. Burns, a very popular name in Down GAA if you go back through the years. Wonder if she's related to many of the greats that played for the Down teams back in the 60s.
I can't see the line, I'm too low down, so I don't know.
So we have, I think it's a 45 for the Wexford ladies. It is indeed. Amy Wilson will take it. She wants to take it quickly. Is it a bit too quickly? But Wexford do retain possession. Katie White playing it inside towards Kelly Carney, who shoots, and Kelly Carney has got her second point. And you can see why Kelly Carney has started here this afternoon. She has been a real force going forward. Now, she replaced the number 6, Shauna Murphy, who didn't start. Now, I'm not sure whether the number 23, Kelly Carney, was maybe carrying an injury, because what we've seen so far from Kelly Carney would suggest that she would be an automatic starter on this Wexford team. So I'm sure the Wexford manager, Lizzie Kent, very happy to have Carney on board this afternoon. That's her second point from centre back. It's 1-7 to 1-1 in favour of Wexford. 25 minutes gone, 26 minutes gone now in the first half, but we will have at least 2 or 3 more minutes, because the water break and injuries will be added to the time, to the 4 minutes that are remaining. So I'd imagine we'd have about 7 minutes of action remaining in this first half. Now, here come down once more. Aisling Cull plays the ball inside towards the danger zone, but again, Wexford deal with it. Referee spots something, a bit of a push, I think, but holds his hand up for the advantage, but Wexford able to work the ball out. And Clara Donnelly playing a 1-2, in fact, with Ciara Banville. And Wexford go forward. Banville plays it inside once more. I think it's Amy Wilson in possession. The number 15 shoots, but this time it goes way left. In fact, it goes so left that it goes left of the net behind the goal. And that's yet another wide for the Wexford ladies. They're 6th in all. 6 wides to 3. But more importantly, Wexford also leading on the scoreboard, 1-7 to 1-1. Here's Megan Doherty once more. Does well to keep the ball in play. But look at the work rate from the Wexford forwards, trying to prevent Doherty from breaking out, but she does break away. Megan Doherty playing it into the danger zone once more. A little bit of a foul there, but play on, says the referee. Orla Duffy. Outside Orla is Leisha Duffy, the captain. Now it's Leisha racing towards goal, 25 metres out. Has to go back, and again the defending is just brilliant from Wexford. That's Sarah Harding, who's intercepted Sarah Harding Kenny, to give her full title, and Wexford can come away with it once more. Entertaining fair here in Ashbourne. Clara Donnelly playing it out to this left-hand side to the very impressive Kelly Carney. Still Carney, 45 out. Can Wexford work a score before the end of the first half? We're at the 28-minute mark. Katrina Murray. Good ball from Katrina out towards Ciara Banville once more, but actually very well defended by the down lady over on the far side. But don't ask me to make out the number from here. It's almost impossible. But Wexford will have a line ball. Black numbers on a red background, much harder to make out than yellow on purple. That's my excuse anyway. But the referee over having words, and I'm not sure what's going on here, but Jonathan Murphy from Carlow not happy with something. He's signalling, I think, for a physio to come on. And while we've had a period of time, perhaps the last 15 minutes without physio, we've had physios on the field 4 or 5 times already this afternoon. But I just can't tell you what's wrong on this occasion. I think it's Amy Wilson who's standing over the ball over on the far sideline. And the referee has called on the attention, and now he's calling for a sub. I didn't see what happened there, but there was a tackle there from one of the down defenders where she fairly won the ball, knocked it out for that line ball, but obviously in the act of doing so, there must have been some collision with the Wexford player. I think it's Amy Wilson, not entirely certain. It's way over on the far side. But they bring in the number 18. Anne Byrne is in. And I'm sure soon enough we'll know who she replaces. Almost certain it's Amy Wilson, but I'll bring you full information of that when we get it.
Movement!
So this line ball been held up, and I would imagine, even though we've hit the 30-minute mark, that because of this latest delay, we could have maybe 3 or 4 minutes of action remaining in the first half. It's actually the number 13 for Wexford that's gone off, and that's Dervla Doyle.
Substitution number 18, Amber.
Here come Wexford once more, a chance for Shireen Hamilton. Well, it's gone out to the right and wide. So Dervla Doyle goes off injured, replaced by Anne Byrne, not Amy Wilson. I thought it was Amy Wilson, but it was 13, Dervla Doyle, injured and forced off. But Wexford still leading here, 1-7 to 1-1. And again, look, just look where Jessica Foy is, trying to win possession at her own 14-21 metre line, and in the end she can't keep the ball in play. And it'll be a line ball for the Wexford ladies, and it just shows you the pressure that the down goal kick is under with this strong breeze. It'll be different, believe me, it'll be different in the second half. Here come Wexford once more. Katrina Murray, that's very well defended by the very impressive Megan Doherty. She's had tons of possession for Down. She's worked her socks off to try and make it easy for the Down team. But again, here come Wexford. Shireen Hamilton, another girl who's been very busy. To another girl who's really impressed, Sarah Harding-Kenny. Plays it inside to Kelly Carney. Now with the centre half forward, Katrina Murray. Still Murray, brilliant block from Megan Doherty. She hurt her wrist, I think, in the process of blocking there. But she's done very well, and that block has led to a foul. And Down can come away with possession once more. Don't be misled, I should say, by the scoreline 1-7 to 1-1, because this breeze is worth a fair few scores here in Ashbourne. Whoever handles it best will win. And at the moment, Wexford handling it well in the first half, but this time they run the ball out over the line. It'll be a line ball for Down, but you can expect Down to come much more into attack in the second half with the aid of the elements here. So don't be put off by a 6-point lead for Wexford. This game is far from over. Shireen Hamilton playing it inside to Kelly Carney, back inside again towards Roisin Murphy, back to Carney once more. Carney playing it into the centre towards Clara Donnelly, who turns and shoots, and Clara Donnelly has got her first score of the day. Great score from Clara Donnelly. We're 1-8 to 1-1. Kick out. Jessica Foy tries to win it, but it has come off Jessica Foy last. She's claiming it didn't. It looked very tight from here. It's a difficult call for the Lions lady on this side. Well won by the Wexford number 2. Lauren Doyle plays it inside to Kelly Carney. Again, it's played on to Roisin Murphy. Back to Carney once more. She goes to ground, but she fails to bring the ball with her. And Down can come away with it once more. But just look at the Wexford tackling in this first half. It's been super. And they've got possession back once more. Ciara Banville plays it to the very impressive Katrina Murray. Murray over towards Ailish Neville. Back to Clara Donnelly, who turns and shoots, and that again has gone out to the right and wide, and that, believe it or not, is an 8th wide for Wexford. Just 3 for Down in this first half. But I've said it before and I'll say it again, this game far from over. Top of the screen might say Wexford 1-8, Down 1-1. I'd imagine this game will be a lot closer by the end of 60 minutes. But it's all Wexford at the moment. Shireen Hamilton inside to Kelly Carney. Carney back outside towards Ciara Banville. And again, another wide for Wexford. And, Wexford may well rue all of these wides come the end of this afternoon's quarter-final clash here, because that's their 9th wide of what has been a very entertaining first half. And the referee, Jonathan Murphy, bringing proceedings to their conclusion for the first half, but a really, really good first half from Wexford, using the elements to their full advantage. Down had gotten themselves back into this game, were level, at 4 points to 1-1 at one stage during the first quarter. But since then, Wexford have added 1-4 without reply. Very much the dominant side in this opening half. 1 goal and 2 points for Katrina Murray. She's the main contributor. But let's not forget Kelly Carney, who's got 2 scores from play. And also Amy Wilson, who's got a couple of points. Ciara Banville and Clara Donnelly also chipping in. Donnelly getting the last score of the half for the Wexford ladies to bring their tally to 1-8. Down with 1-1. Both scores have come from Jessica Foy. So certainly at half-time here, Wexford will enjoy a very generous 7-point lead. But don't be put off by that. There's plenty of action to come here. The wind will favour Down in the second half, but it's Wexford who lead in this All-Ireland Ladies Intermediate Championship quarter-final. At half-time, Wexford 1-8, Down 1-1. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with second half commentary.
Yeah, that's sorted.
Yeah, welcome back here to the second half of this All-Ireland Ladies Intermediate Football Championship quarter-final. Wexford in command at half-time, leading 1-8 to 1-1 against a downside who will have the elements at their backs in the second half. Conditions very, very difficult. The ball being held up in the wind in that first half for Down on numerous occasions. Wexford, on the other hand, able to race forward and score 9 times. 1 goal and 8 points to 1 goal and 1. They also could afford the luxury of 9 wides in that first half, whereas Down only had 3. But I would expect this game to change dramatically.
Anna Byrne replaces number 13, Dervla Doyle, as a full substitution and not as a club substitution as was previously reported during the first half.
So Anne Byrne, who came on for Dervla Doyle, who was injured there before half-time. She picked up a blood injury. She's not coming back on, so now it's a full sub. Anne Byrne in for Dervla Doyle. And that's the only piece of information to bring you at half-time. Don't see any other changes as the referee Jonathan Murphy gets the second half action underway. Megan Doherty has gone to midfield and she's joined there by Aoibhinn McCarville, who plays the ball forward. Again, it's dealt with this time by the Wexford defence. Roisin Murphy playing it in towards Sarah Harding-Kenny. Good defending from Down. And let's see, can they create a scoring chance in the early stages of this second half. Ball is played forward by Una Lavery, inside towards Jessica Foy, who looks up and shoots, and that's a wonderful kick from Jessica Foy. She's the only Down scorer to have scored this afternoon, but she's got 1 goal and 2 points for the Mourne ladies, and they narrow the gap to 6. And already you can see the pressure that the Wexford kick out is under in this second half. It's much different in the second half for Sarah Merrigan than it was in the first. The Wexford goalkeeper will have to be very, very accurate with her kicks. And already we see that Down have narrowed that gap, and you can see that Wexford have to work that little bit harder, but they've done very well. They're out towards midfield, still have possession. Ball is inside with Ciara Banville. Plays it towards the impressive number 5, Clara Donnelly, to the impressive number 7. That's Sarah Harding-Kenny. Racing through, surely being pulled. Referee says yes, she is. Now watch this. This free is about 35 metres out from goal. I would suggest it's too far out to suggest that the Wexford player might pop it over the bar. But let's see. Let's see what Katrina Murray can do with this. She scored a goal and 2 points in the first half. But this is the range that you would expect with the wind to score. But no, she goes short. It's a good ball inside. Great ball. Chance for the Wexford number 12, who was, of course, Ailish Neville. It's tapped over the bar by Aisling Burns, the Down goalkeeper. A very, very good score. But Ailish Neville gets her first point of the afternoon, and Wexford will be very, very happy to retain that 7-point lead that they had at half-time. It's 1-9 to 1-2. And here come Down once more. Jessica Foy remembers to bring the ball with her, looks up and shoots, and Jessica Foy, it's a one-woman show for Down in attack this afternoon. She's got now 1 goal and 3 points. 1-8 to 1-3. Kick out from Wexford is a good one. Held by Kelly Carney. Goes across her own goal. She'll want to retain possession here. Does very well. Gives it to her fullback, Aisling Halligan, on to the speedy Clara Donnelly. Donnelly playing it in towards Katrina Murray. Murray gets there at the second attempt. Still Murray for Wexford. That's not a good ball. It's easily dealt with by Megan Doherty. And Down can come away with it once more. That's a good tackle. Down retain possession just about, or do they? Wexford have it back. Great work from Katrina Murray, whose jersey was pulled, says the referee Jonathan Murphy from Carlow. And we're 45 metres out from goal, and another free for the Wexford ladies. And again, it's too far out to suggest that they'll put this one over the bar, but they've been working the ball very good at close range. They're very patient in attack all through. And while we do expect Down to create plenty of chances themselves in the second half, it's Wexford who've started really, really well against the breeze. Here comes Megan Doherty, however, for Down. Jessica Foy, way back, helping her own defence. Plays the ball into the danger zone. This is going to work out kindly for the Down number 12, Leisha Duffy, the captain. Plays it back outside. Oh, that's a very good block. But Down still have possession. Support arrives. Aoife Lafferty plays it outside towards the number 20, Aveen McCarville. But this latest effort from McCarville going out right and wide. So 1-9 to 1-3. 6 between them. And the Wexford goalkeeper, Sarah Merrigan, will have no option but to try and go long. But in the end, a very, very good ball. Here's Clara Donnelly. Runners through the centre for Wexford. Kelly Carney making ground, plays it inside towards Ciara Banville. In fact, it was Roisin Murphy. It's now with Katrina Murray. She's racing towards goal. 2 or 3 Down defenders stubborn in their defence, not letting her through, but it's back with Murray once more. Still Murray. Gets the ball inside towards Amy Wilson. Chance. And that's a poor effort in the end. It's gone left and wide. And it was one of the midfielders, either Murphy or Banville, who took that shot for Wexford. And that's a waste. That's another wide for them. Well gathered once more by Kelly Carney. Playing it out towards Amy Wilson. On this right-hand side towards the end line. Still Amy Wilson trying to get away from her marker. Good defending. Chance again, this time for the Wexford number 8, who is Ciara Banville. And believe it or not, she was going for a point, but it didn't even go wide. Such is the strength of the breeze. Ball is played back inside towards Aisling Murphy, the Wexford captain. Back towards the very dangerous Katrina Murray. Still Murray trying to find a way through. Can't do so. Has to go back outside towards Shireen Hamilton. It's now with Anne Byrne, who plays it back inside towards Kelly Carney, and a little bit of a push. And it'll be a free in for the Wexford ladies, who are handling the elements very well in the opening 6 or 7 minutes of this second half. Amy Wilson will take this latest free, but if you can see the flags, just look how strong the breeze is here in Ashburn. We're nice and warm, we're inside, we're not feeling the elements. But I can tell you it's very, very breezy, very blustery. And we could have rain as well, because the clouds above, they're darker than they were in the first half. Now perhaps the rain might reduce the strength of the breeze, but it certainly won't make things easier. But here's a chance of a second half score for the Wexford ladies. Amy Wilson takes it off the ground. Now that's a super kick. That's a super kick from Amy Wilson. Her third point
Wexford 1 goal and 10
of the
points.
afternoon.
Down 1 goal, 3 points.
110 to 1-3. We're back to the gap we had at half-time, so Down would want to start closing that gap fairly quickly. And not like that, because here come Wexford once more. This is really good stuff from the Leinster ladies. Katrina Murray inside towards the number 18, Anne Byrne, and Anne Byrne is pushed, says the referee Jonathan Murphy. And another very simple chance, this time once more, I'm sure, for Amy Wilson to bring her tally for the afternoon to 4. Now there's a Down player on the ground, perhaps protesting with the referee that it was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But the free has been awarded rightly to Wexford. But the Down player is their number 2, Orna Kelly. And she's hobbling away, and I'm not sure if she's going to be able to continue. So certainly she had a case that she was impeded, but there was no doubt that most of the impeding was against the Wexford player, and it will be a free in. So Wexford are warming up 2 or 3 substitutes behind us on the left-hand side, but not sure as yet whether or not this Wexford player, who is Orna Kelly, will be able to continue. She certainly seems to be the worse for wears as we just close in on her. And no signal as yet to bring on a sub, is there? Certainly. Orna Kelly will remember that last clash, because it has left her in serious pain, and it looks like she's going to leave the field. And Down have the number 25 ready for action, Sarah Dougherty. Could be Doherty. And now they're warming up the number 26 as well, Kate McKay.
Guys, up here, please. No, hey.
And it's Kate McKay who's coming in, but the fourth official not happy with the way she entered the field. She must enter the field through the official channel. Hands the sheet of paper to the fourth official, and Kate McKay comes in for Orna Kelly, who's gone off injured. And when play resumes, it'll be a free for the Wexford ladies. So Orna Kelly just passing in front of us here. She certainly seems to be in some despair. So let's see what Kate McKay can do for the Wexford, for the Down ladies. Her introduction in conjunction with that latest Wexford point scored once again by the number 15 Amy Wilson. Her 4th score of the day, her 3rd from frees. A couple of Down subs down here in front of us urging on their teammates, but the gap is widening.
Sorry, 27 for 12.
And here come Wexford once more, and certainly they've dealt very admirably with the elements in this second half. They've had great runners from midfield. Their half-backs have been very impressive as well. The whole half-back line, in fact, has been hugely impressive. Donnelly, Carney and Harding Kenny. But here come Down. Forced to go extremely wide, but ball is gathered by their centre half forward, Aisling Cull, who plays it inside towards the full forward. And the full forward for Down, Natasha Ferris, gets her first point of the afternoon. She's the top scorer in the championship for the Down ladies.
Goal and 4 points. Substitution on the Down team, number 27. Lauren Cunningham replaces number 12, Leisha Duffy, and number 25, Sarah Durley, replaces number 11, Aisling Cull.
So a couple of subs in.
I don't have the score. I get out the water.
And the captain is one of those who has gone off the Down team. They've made 3 changes. Foul there on the Down attacker. So in the last couple of minutes, we've had Sarah Dougherty come in for down for Aisling Cull. We've had Kate McKay come in for the injured Orna Kelly, and Lauren Cunningham in for the number 12 and captain Leisha Duffy. Free for down, 30 metres out. That's a better one, is it? Yes, indeed it is. And yet another score for the very impressive Jessica Foy. She's now got a goal and 4 of Downs 1-5. We're back to a 5-point game. 111 to 1-5 it should be. But here come Wexford. Still there, number 8, Ciara Banville. Running into a dead end, plays it back outside to Kelly Carney. Still Carney. Carney inside towards the centre half forward, Katrina Murray, but she's charged there. (111 to 1-5). 6 between them. The gap from half-time was 7, so Down have a lot of work to do to close that gap. That's going to bounce in front of the Wexford fullback. Aisling Halligan does extremely well, finds Amy Wilson on this right-hand side, back inside towards Roisin Murphy with the headband, easy to make her out. Back to Amy Wilson once more. What can Wexford do with this latest attack? If nothing, they'll be patient, that's for sure. She takes a lot of steps. And the referee, Jonathan Murphy, agreeing with me that the Wexford 15, Amy Wilson, is overcarried. It's a free to down. Let's see what they can do with this latest attack. Ball is played into the danger zone, but that danger zone is occupied only by Wexford defenders, and easy for the Yellow Bellies, as they're called, the nickname of Wexford. The Yellow Bellies come away with it once more. Midfielder Ciara Banville plays it outside towards Shireen Hamilton. Ball is played inside once more. Lovely pick-up. Wexford elect to shoot, but that's gone left and wide. And you can see how much more difficult it is to get scores against this stiff breeze. But nonetheless, Wexford will be happy because they've added on 3 second-half points. Down have added on 4. So the 7-point half-time gap is down to 6. And Down, again, having to build from the back. And let's see if the Down substitutions, and here's one of them, Sarah Dougherty, can make a difference in this second half. Looked like a push in the back by Wexford's number 2, Lauren Doyle, but Down have it. Now Jessica Foy is shouting for it at the back post. The ball is going to come across towards Foy. It's gone in the net. That won't count. That won't count. Unless it took a touch. Referee Jonathan Murphy is going up to talk to the umpire. But I don't think that goal is going to be permitted, because that was a fist pass, attempted fist pass. In fact, yes, he's going across with 2 flags. We thought maybe it might have taken a touch, but you can see that the flags are crossed, and when the green and white flags are crossed, that means that a goal has been disallowed. So that latest effort ruled out. And the score remains 111 to 1-5. And again, you can see that Sarah Merrigan finding difficulty with her kick out. Down have possession once more. Megan Doherty plays it into the centre area towards the number 27, Lauren Cunningham. Cunningham on to Eva McCarville. Down now, their turn to be patient. Kim White playing it again inside to Lauren Cunningham. She's looked busy since she's come in. Down, go in search of a score, and I think they'll want one fairly quickly. That's not going to go over. It's not going to go under. It's very well dealt with by Sarah Merrigan once more. And Wexford just dealing with everything that Down are throwing at them in this second half. And we're already 17 minutes into the half. It's 111 to 1-5, still 6 between them. The water break will come shortly, I'm sure. But here comes Kelly Carney, 45 out from goal. Still Kelly Carney. She's been very impressive all afternoon. A late addition to the Wexford lineup, but she's been one of their more impressive players. Still Carney. Running down the clock, if nothing else. Plays it inside towards Katrina Murray. Murray has been scorer-in-chief for Wexford. Decent looking ball inside, but that's come off the Wexford player and it's gone out wide. But Katrina Murray with 1-2 so far this afternoon for the Wexford ladies. Amy Wilson with 4 points. And the impressive Kelly Carney with 2 points. They're the only Wexford players to have scored more than once. But for Down, just 2 scorers. And here's one of them, Jessica Foy. She's got 1-3. Still Jessica Foy. Player inside. A chance of a goal, surely. Turns, jinx. Oh, and how could you contrive to miss that? It seemed like it was easier to find the back of the net. But this latest chance from Down, which would have narrowed the gap to 3 points, has been missed by Sarah Dougherty. And if that had gone in, well, that certainly would have put the cat among the pigeons. And just like in the first half, the referee calls for the water break a little bit late, almost 19 minutes on the watch in this second half. So when we return, we'll have 11 minutes of normal time, plus the water break, plus whatever time that the referee elects to add on. First stoppages. And Down will know that they have a task ahead of them. I was very impressed with Wexford's run in the group stages of the competition. They beat Longford just by 1 point, but Longford had beaten Westmeath, then they beat Sligo, or sorry, I should say they beat Sligo first, then they beat Longford, and with 2 wins, they knew that their place in the quarterfinals was assured before they played Westmeath. Now they lost to Westmeath, but you just don't know what team they put out or how up for it they were. But certainly today they're very up for it, and they've been one of the most impressive teams in the Intermediate Championship thus far this year. And at the moment they would be very well worth the place in the semi-final of the competition. Now Wexford a little bit slower to get back onto the field.
1 goal and 11 points, down 1 goal and 5 points.
111 to 1-5. We haven't had a score in a while. And certainly if Down want to remain in the Intermediate Championship, they'll need the next one, and perhaps the one after that as well. Lots of cheering from the small crowd, relatively small crowd, a couple of hundred I'd say here in Ashbourne this afternoon. But travelling conditions would have been atrocious for fans, and I know we're limited to numbers as well, but I'd say we're under the limit for COVID purposes. Sarah Merrigan. This time it's won back by Down. Their number 12, Ailish Neville, playing it. In fact, their number 12 is not Ailish Neville, but Wexford have it back. Trying to work it out. Referee spots a little tug on the arm once more. It'll be a free to Wexford and a chance for them to settle things down once more. We have just 10 minutes of normal time remaining, but you can be sure that the referee will add on some time for stoppages. We've had a few, particularly that injury to Orna Kelly, which probably will add a couple of minutes. We've also had a number of substitutions. I'd imagine, you could have maybe 4 minutes, so about 14 minutes remaining here for Down to resurrect their Intermediate Championship hopes. If they go in search of another score, but you won't get scores like that. Ball is given away. Anne Byrne, who come in just before half-time for Dervla Doyle. She loses possession, and the very impressive Megan Doherty comes forward once more for Down. Plays it quickly inside towards Jessica Foy. Look at the speed of Foy. Now this was the speed that created a goal in the first half. Good looking ball inside. A chance once more. A chance. Oh, what a save. Second chance, and it's in the net. And Down have got the lifeline. Sarah Dougherty. has got a goal for Down. And now the cat is certainly in among the pigeons. It's 111 to 2-5, 14 points to 11. 10 minutes or so remaining. Down back to within 3 points. I told you at halftime, expect a very different second half. We're getting that now. Finally, Down have, I suppose, sprung to life. A dull third quarter for them with the advantage of the breeze, but a great start to quarter 4. Wexford have work to do. And in the end, while the Wexford lady was dispossessed, she thought she was dispossessed illegally, and then it's Down to get the free. Jessica Foy once more, player of the match perhaps, one might suggest, for Down this afternoon. Looked like 2 bounces there, but she was being fouled, and the pendulum has certainly swung in favour of the Mourne ladies, I should say. And a chance for them to narrow the gap. 111 to 2-5. 3 between them. Will that become 2 very quickly? Oh, it hits the upright. Back in play. Still not clear. Held by their full forward, Natasha Ferris, who plays it back inside. Another chance of a goal. Oh, I'm not sure who saved it, whether it was defender or goalkeeper, but a combination of the two. And that's gone out for a 45. And I think that ball was blocked by the player on the ground, who received the full brunt of it. Ball goes out for a 45. And another chance for Down to narrow the gap, but they've had a number of goal chances in this second half. If they'd taken both of them, they'd be in front by 3. But the one thing we did predict before the action got underway here in Ashbourne this afternoon was that this was going to be a tight one. This was a tough one to call, and it's still as tough to call, 50-something odd minutes, 53 minutes into it, as it was at the moment that the referee threw the ball in. A very entertaining game, played in difficult conditions, a very, very strong breeze from right to left, favouring Down in this second half, but they have 3 points to bridge. There's a Wexford player down in need of attention. Now, the clock says 23 minutes, but that's the second lengthy injury, plus we've had a number of substitutions. This clock could run the whole way up to 36 or 37 minutes this afternoon. So it's far from over. And the breeze is just as strong as it was at the outset. Now, when play resumes, it will be a 45-metre kick for the Down ladies. And Jessica Foy having words with her full forward colleague, Natasha Ferris, as to what to expect from this one. So I think Foy knows that maybe the range will not be reached, even with the wind. And she'll be looking for her number 14, Natasha Ferris, to make a run away from goal and win possession for the Down girls. Ferris had scored 213 in 2 games in the championship to date. She's only scored 1 point this afternoon. Her average of 9.5 points per game has come way back this afternoon, unless she can spark into some sort of scoring life in the closing minutes here. So don't be put off by the clock saying only 24, almost 25 minutes gone. There'll be lots more. Ball is played in. It almost worked towards Ferris, but Wexford can come away with it once more. Katrina Murray. Back to Lauren Doyle. Wexford working it well. Kelly Carney looking for support. That support arrives in the form of Aisling Halligan, who elects to go back to Sarah Harding-Kenny. Still Harding-Kenny in possession. She's been fouled. Referee says play on. Good ball towards Shireen Hamilton. This is better from Wexford. Ball played inside into the danger zone once more, but look how quickly the Down numbers are back. Still Wexford have possession. Hamilton playing it inside towards the number 8. Ciara Banville, whose effort comes back off the crossbar. If that had dipped under, I'd say it would have been curtains for Down, but as it stands, just 3 between the sides. 111 to 2-5. 14-11 in favour of Wexford. Here come Down once more. This game really hotting up. Excitement beginning to build here in Ashburn, but again, Down forward, unable to gather possession, but something has happened further back, and the referee, Jonathan Murphy, did have his hand up for an advantage, so play will be brought back inside the Down half of the field, but they'll retain possession. Ball is played towards Kate McKay. McKay can't hold it, but does well. Plays it inside to her fellow substitute, Sarah Dougherty. Dougherty making her way inside, looks up and shoots, and I think that's going to curl to the left, and it's gone wide. So Down now doing what Wexford did in the first half, shooting from perhaps a range too far out. Should have worked it in closer to goal. It would have made the scoring opportunity much easier. 24 is in for Wexford. That's Sive McCarthy. 30 is in for Down. That's Paige Smith. 24 replaces number 4, Katie White. So that's Sive McCarthy for Wexford in for number 4, Katie White. And for Down, well, we saw number 30, Paige Smith, coming in. But as of yet, we haven't seen who's going off. You can hear the fourth officials discussing things among themselves down there, but certainly Paige Smith is in for Down. Not sure as yet who's gone off. Looks like it's a defender. And another injury. The Wexford number 4, Katie White. That's the reason why Sive McCarthy is in, because you can see her being carried off the field. So another nasty injury. Let's hope these ladies can get themselves well as quickly as possible, certainly in time for the next round if they're in it. As of yet, this round not decided. 28 minutes on the watch, but expect at least 6 or 7 minutes remaining. The gap is still 3 and Wexford are still leading. Lauren Doyle retaining possession in her own full back line. The ball is played outside towards Roisin Murphy, but Murphy can't gather it. Bit of a tussle for possession, and the referee says that the Wexford lady illegally snapped the ball from the Down lady's arms, and it will be a free for Wexford. Some pleasant relief for the Wexford ladies, it must be said. They still lead, but just by 3. They've had many more wides than Down this afternoon. Wide count would suggest to me 12 to about 5 for Down. But they've been more efficient in front of goals. Now let's see, can their efficiency lead to another score? We'll call it an insurance point because they're 3 up. It's a horrible lead to have in a Gaelic match. Perhaps not as bad as a 2-point lead, but nonetheless, Wexford will be looking to stretch it to 4. And again, that shot for a point doesn't go anywhere near the goals. The breeze holds it up. But still a chance. Amy Wilson turns. Oh, that's a brilliant block. Brilliant block, but the referee has spotted something. He did allow the advantage. But he's brought the ball back. A foul committed there by the Down defender. So a chance for Wexford. It's a very, very difficult chance. With the conditions, it won't be easy for Amy Wilson. As we move deep into the 30th minute of normal time here, but there will be time added on. We've had injuries, we've had substitutions, we've had a water break, etc. So Amy Wilson, if she scores this, she might be a hero in Wexford this evening. Nah, but she's screwed it out to the right and wide. Another wide for them. They're 4th of the second half. They're 13th wide in total. 13 wides to 5. That's why Down are still in touch, just 3 points in arrears. But here come Wexford once more. They have found some resurgence in the last few minutes. Ball played inside to their centre half forward, Katrina Murray, and a big clash. A big clash there between Katrina Murray and I think it could be Megan Doherty who's on the ground for Down. And certainly the collision has left neither girl in good shape. Both still down, both receiving attention. And one thing is sure, the busiest people here in Ashburn this afternoon perhaps have been those with the first aid bags, because we've had 2 players going off with serious injuries, and there's been lots and lots of attention being given to lots of players other than the 2 who have gone off. I can tell you that Down are warming up their number 28, who is Orla Swale.
You gotta come in up here as well.
And Orla being instructed, you can hear it perhaps in the I suppose the background, being instructed you cannot go on from where your subs are located, you must come through the 4th official. But the 2 players are still down, receiving attention. And one wonders, will both be able to continue? Will any of them be able to continue? But the good news is that I think it's Megan Doherty. She's sitting up. Both players are back on their feet. Well, one is back on her feet, the number 11, Katrina Murray for Wexford. But Megan Doherty is still sitting on the slippery surface here in Donoughmore, in Ashburn, in this All-Ireland Ladies Intermediate Championship quarter-final. But sheepishly she gets back to her feet. And play will resume with perhaps the most important kick of the day so far. We have 32 minutes of time played. Orla Swale is coming in for Down. She'll replace Aoife Lafferty. So Aoife Lafferty makes her way off, and this latest effort again goes out to the right and wide from Katrina Murray. Another wide for the Wexford ladies, and you know, it'd be a travesty really if Wexford were to lose today, because they have been the better side, but they've left it open for Down. Just 3 between them. We're in the 33rd minute, almost 33 minutes elapsed here in Ashburn, but expect at least 3 or 4 more. And Down go in search of the goal that will keep them in the Intermediate Championship. That's a very, very good ball towards Evie McCarville. Still McCarville, but the referee says she overcarries, and it will be a free for Wexford. And because Down disputed that decision, the referee has brought the free kick out to the 45-metre line, a little bit further out than perhaps Wexford thought they were going to be, but they elect to go backwards. Sarah Harding-Kenny, Aisling Halligan, back to Harding-Kelly once more. She's been very impressive. She's done a huge amount of donkey work for Wexford. She plays it inside towards her number 13. In fact, it wasn't 13. But Down and Megan Doherty come away with it once more. Let's see, can Down muster up an opportunity to grab a goal that will keep them in the Intermediate Championship. Ball is played across towards the danger area, towards the full forward, Ferris. Ferris plays it back outside once more. And Down really finding it very difficult to break this last line of the Wexford defence. It's with the Down number 7, Kim White, inside to Evie McCarville once more. Still McCarville leaves the ball behind, but turns around and collects it. She's racing through, and the referee says, you've overcarried again, you've charged, and the referee awards the free to Wexford. Almost 35 minutes of the action gone here in Ashburn. Definite foul there on Clara Donnelly, but Wexford have had the chances to extend the lead in the last couple of attacks, and they've failed to convert both. And that leaves them in the very precarious position of being just 3 points up. 111 to 2-5. 14 points to 11. We haven't had a score in quite some time. The scoring stakes in the second half have been a lot lower than in the first. Very few scores in this final quarter, but that's testament to the Wexford defence, really. And Megan Doherty, who's had a stormer for Down, is going off, and she's quite upset because I think she believes her side are going out of the championship. But she's had a great game. Here come Wexford once more. Oh, that's two Wexford ladies going for the one ball. And in the end, the referee awards a free because the arm of, I think it was Amy Wilson, was being pulled. It was indeed Amy Wilson. But I think it was Amy Wilson and Clara Donnelly. They clashed with each other. And in the end, Wilson, her arm pulled by the down defender, and a chance for Wilson to extend Wexford's lead to 4. We've said this on a number of occasions. This insurance point hasn't really been coming for Wexford. They've had a number of chances, but they've spurned them. Let's see if this latest one goes over the bar. It's from Amy Wilson. It's within range, just needs to judge the breeze. She looks up, she shoots, and believe it or not, she's done exactly the same as she did earlier, and also as Katrina Murray did. It goes out to the right and wide. We're 36 minutes, almost 37 minutes into the action here. I can't imagine there's too much left. Perhaps one last chance for the Down ladies. They've got an advantage, but they're racing forward. It's with their number 7, Kim White. Back inside once more towards Jessica Farry. Jersey is pulled. Another advantage for Down. Ball is played forward in towards Paige Smith. Down need a goal to bring us to extra time. Back to Foy once more, but that's a poor effort from Foy, and she'd done so much right all afternoon. But a simple scoring effort for them. Goes out to the left, goes wide, and Wexford still lead by 3. Wexford asking the referee, how much more time can you really add on here? You've already added on almost 7.5 minutes. But there will be more. There will be another chance. This latest kick out from Sarah Merrigan is won back by Down, by their number 25, Sarah Dougherty. What a great ball inside, but just when it looked like it was going to land on the chest of the Down attacker, Wexford come and salvage it once more with the very impressive Sarah Harding-Kenny just pouncing on the loose ball. For me, Harding-Kenny, one of the players of the match for Wexford, alongside their midfielders Banville and Murphy. Katrina Murray also very impressive, and from Freeze, Amy Wilson. Also Kelly Carney having a huge game for Wexford, and also in the half-forward line, Shireen Hamilton. So let's see if Wexford can work it out one final time. I'd say time is almost up. Here's the aforementioned Kelly Carney racing through. Very impressive. Goes to ground. Referee says play on, no free. Ball is played outside to Anne Byrne. Anne retains possession, gets it to Murray. Still Wexford holding possession. They'll go back with this one, I'm sure. Back to Roisin Murphy. Murphy with the outside of the boot. Looks for Shireen Hamilton. Hamilton playing the ball forward, but Wexford have left it behind them. Down, pick up the scraps once more. So there's always going to be one last chance. We're almost 39 minutes into a 30-minute second half, and here come Down. Back outside towards Natalie McKibben. Ball is played inside, a great chance, but that's very well. Again, Sarah Harding-Kenny has been everywhere for Wexford this afternoon, and she cuts out this latest Down attack. And their number 23, Kelly Carney, is fouled. We have 39.5 minutes of second half action already elapsed. Jessica Foy is perhaps protesting that Carney is not as injured as she's making out to be. She may well be suffering from cramp. She's appealing with the referee that this is delaying tactics. But in any case, the referee wants the game to continue before Carney gets the ground. And as soon as the game continues, Carney is back on her feet, gets possession and plays it back inside. Wexford on the verge of a place in the semi-final of the Ladies Intermediate Football Championship. Katrina Murray. Still Katrina Murray racing through, looking for that insurance score. Ball is played back outside and again drops short from their number 20, Aoife Cullen. And will Down have one more chance? Well, not if they keep giving the ball away like that. Ball is played again into the danger zone towards Shireen Hamilton. But it's gathered by Amy Green. Is there another chance for Down? Look at the clock. 40 minutes and 33 seconds into the second half. A lot of stoppages. Still Down have Paige Smith. Has to go back. That's great defending from Wexford towards Jessica Foy. She'll run at the Wexford defence. Look at the speed of her. 45 metres out from goal. Plays it inside to Jessica Ferris. Back to Foy once more. A chance for Foy. Takes a lot of steps. Shoots and puts it over. Puts it over. She has scored 1 goal and 5 points for Down this afternoon, out of 2 goals and 6. But I don't think it's going to be enough. We're 41 minutes plus into the action here, and the referee, Jonathan Murphy from Carlow, eventually brings proceedings to a close. A real exciting game here in Donaghmore, Ashbourne, and before the game had begun, we had gathered and we had chatted about the prospects for both sides, and the one thing we did say was that it was going to be a close encounter. The wind was the dominant factor in the first half. Wexford, I thought, perhaps didn't make the most of it. They led at half-time 1-8 to 1-1, but in the second half, certainly they played extremely well defending against the wind, and that's the reason why they are advancing to the semi-finals of the Intermediate Championship. In that semi-final, they'll play Laois or Louth. They play tomorrow in Kinnegad in the second quarter-final. We'll be in Leitrim. In fact, we'll be in Ballinasloe for Leitrim against Kildare, and the fourth quarter final, Clare against Westmeath, last year's beaten finalists, who struggled somewhat in their group but are now just one step away from a place in the last 4. But the first team into the last 4 are Wexford. They're deserving of that place, in my opinion. They were the better team for much of the exchanges this afternoon, and despite a gallant fight back from Down in the second half, it's Wexford who advanced to a meeting with Laois or Louth in the semi-final of the Ladies Intermediate Football Championship. The final score here from Donaghmore, Ashbourne, a really great win for the Wexford ladies. It's finished Wexford 1 goal and 11 points, Down 2 goals and 6. A 2-point win in the end for Wexford.